Okay, this is a reaction video. This is another one from That's Football. This is Mark Goldbridge. Arsenal deserve the league. This is the second video in a row, the third video in a row that I've done with him. He's very, very good. And please click like, share, and subscribe for him, as a lot of you have. And please click like, share, and subscribe for me. But let's see what Arsenal deserve the league. This is another one. I haven't seen this one yet.
Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0, and the title race continues. Well, I tell you what, for a Premier League that I think is really boring, I suppose you've got to say that Arsenal still pushing Man City for the title is interesting. And I want to know, Arsenal fans, what went wrong today? Because was that nerves? Was it just a good structure from Manchester United?
Look, Manchester United. I think Arsenal never really got out of first gear in the game today. I don't think they. And I don't think they had to be honest with you, because what Roy Keane said on after post-match analysis, Arsenal probably sitting in the locker saying, how easy was that? I mean, because they barely got out of first gear, and they still were better than Manchester United for the most part.
United, one thing about Arsenal we've been saying all season is that their defence is rock solid, and United never really looked like scoring. So as soon as Arsenal get that goal, you feel that the clean sheet is safe.
Yeah, you do. And look, Arsenal's only given up 28 goals all season long, and I think that's the lowest in the Premier League. And Manchester United really haven't been a threat in scoring goals at all this season. It might have been different if they signed Harry Kane, but they didn't.
United obviously decimated with injuries, don't have many options, couldn't really create anything. Garnacho probably the most dangerous player for United, but really his final product wasn't there today. But Arsenal were just not their normal selves. I've just been talking about it on the United stand, and it's unusual for Arsenal to have 45% possession, whether they're home or away, especially against the United side that's decimated. I really would have put Arsenal with 60-70% possession today.
I probably would have as well, but considering you're at Old Trafford, and look, Manchester United, I thought played reasonably well today. I thought they played, in Arsenal really, this isn't really Arsenal's place to play. They really aren't very good at Old Trafford, and for the most part. Yes, they've won there before. Yes, I remember Mark Overmars back, I think in 1998, scored, beat Peter Schmeichel, and I think Sylvain Wiltord beat, I think, Fabien Barthez. But Arsenal really isn't. This isn't their ground to play at.
United having to counter-attack, and it wasn't like that. Do you think that was a game plan by Arteta, or do you think it was a problem for Arsenal for whatever reason? I don't know. I mean, that was one of the things I found puzzling. But bottom line is, Arsenal get the performance. They're now a point ahead of Manchester City. Man City have got 2 games to go. If they drew with Spurs, their goal difference is not going to be good enough, which means it goes to the final day, and if Arsenal beat Everton, they'll win the league. So Manchester City now must beat Spurs on Tuesday to win the title, because they'll win their last game, of course. Spurs,
their last game is against West Ham, but again, Manchester City does not have a good record at Tottenham Stadium under Pep Guardiola. That is a very difficult place for them to play. So it is possible for Spurs to actually get a result out of that game. I'm not counting on it. I'm not holding my breath on it. But there's a possibility that Spurs can get a result. And Spurs could help Arsenal win the title, which would be completely unbelievable.
Spurs will not want Arsenal to win the league. So really, it comes down to, do Villa lose to Liverpool tomorrow? If they do, then Spurs really need to beat Man City. I think that above all this, Man City have got too much for Spurs. I don't think Spurs are playing particularly well at the moment, but we will be doing the watch along on Tuesday. We will see what happens in relation to that. But Arsenal today, it's about getting the job done, isn't it? Look, Saliba, I know, got man of the match on TV, and I thought the tackle on Garnacho in the box was very, very good. But I think that all season, Saliba and Gabriel have been great. It's interesting as well, because from United fans on the United stand, a lot of people were sort of getting in on Garnacho and getting in on Rasmus and moaning about them, which is absolutely fine. But I was saying, look, at the end of the day, Manchester United have Scott McTominay playing as a number 10, who is not a number 10. You've got Rasmus playing up against the 2 best centre-backs in the league. You've got Ben White's a very good fullback. You've got Declan Rice in there, Partey, Odegaard. I don't.
Tomiyasu, Party, Odegaard, Rice, Ben White, yeah, Gabriel, and David Raya in goal, and Saliba. You've got a formidable defense to try and score against if you're Manchester United, and you are without Rashford, who scores against Arsenal on a regular basis. Let's be honest; he's one of the best. Look, if there's a player that you want for Manchester United, even though he's hadn't had a great season, to be on the pitch against Arsenal, it's Marcus Rashford. He was unavailable. Also, Bruno Fernandes, who's basically has about missed 2 games, and it shows for Manchester United. Really, really, But look, Manchester United played a reasonably good game today.
Really think that Man United are going to create 4 or 5 clear-cut chances against a defence like that, which takes me back to my point. I mean, I am still. I mean, look, Arsenal won't care. Win when you're not playing well is part of.
Yeah, great teams don't always play great. They just play great when they have to, and Arsenal just played great when they had to. Look, Trossard doesn't get the goal. The game ends at 0-0. Okay, that was yes, I know. Martinelli had a good shot, which was saved by Onana, but really it was very toothless for the most part by Arsenal.
What Sir Alex Ferguson used to do, and I think Arsenal fans should be really excited and really happy with what they've done since that Villa loss. I think they've won 4 or 5 in a row, and they've been to difficult places like Spurs and Molineux and Manchester United. And I just want to say here, I don't think Arsenal can do anything else. I don't think they can do anything else. If they don't win the league, what more can you do? And this is what I mean about the boring element. The fact that to win the league, you basically need to win nearly every game from Christmas. It's just superhuman. It's juggernaut. It's not real. And I wish Man City wasn't in this league, and I wish Arsenal were winning it because they deserve to win it. But ultimately, Man City are in the league, and they are a juggernaut. And if Arsenal do not win the league, it's going to be because Villa beat them, but they surrounded it with wins either side. It's like it's the juggernaut relentlessness of Manchester City. And if Arsenal don't win this league title, they're going to be sat there in the summer going, well, we can bring a striker in, but is it sustainable for the normal clubs to do what Man City demand? And also, I don't think Man City have been at their best this season. They haven't had De Bruyne for half of it. And Arsenal have been remarkable. So I don't think Arsenal can do any more. I'd be massively disappointed if I was Arsenal fan and they didn't win the league.
Look, I'm a realist, okay? And if Arsenal doesn't win the league, they don't win the league. It happens, okay? I get it, okay? But Arsenal's a team on the ascendancy. They're on the rise. And they haven't reached the peak yet. It's not like this is their peak and then they're going to start falling down a hill. I think they're still on the ascendancy. So I'm a little bit more positive about Arsenal, whether they win the league or not.
I don't think they can do any more. Defensively, they've been brilliant. On their day, they're really good at scoring goals. All right, today wasn't their day, but they've learnt to win games when they're not at their best. And ultimately, people might have a moan at them about their performance today, but why would you give a shit? We've won the game. We've won 1-0. We took 3 points. We've kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You won the game. That is the ultimately the most important. You may not play the best you ever played. You may not look the best that you've ever looked, but you won the game.
So I don't think Arsenal can do any more. I mean, it's a weird freak of nature that it's Spurs who ordinarily earlier in the season may well have took a point off Man City quite comfortably. But I mean, get in the comments. I mean, Spurs, just how much are Spurs not going to want to do this? Like, how much are they just not going to want to help?
Look, if I'm the Tottenham Hotspur, okay, my goal is to get into the top 4 and to win my last 2 games. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not doing anything for Arsenal. Okay? If Arsenal wins as a byproduct of my beating Manchester City or drawing against Manchester City, so be it. But I am not doing anything for Arsenal. I am not doing them a favor. I am not helping them out. I am not guiding them to the championship. What I'm doing is I am playing for Spurs. I am trying to defeat Manchester City, win my last two games, and finish the season on a high and go into next season. If Arsenal wins as a byproduct of my beating Manchester City or drawing with Manchester City, so be it. But I'm not going to lose any sleep, or I'm not doing them a favor. That's not how I look at it.
Help Arsenal out. I think hugely they're not going to want to help out at all. And it's. But then again, I will say this. 1995, this happened to Manchester United. We were playing West Ham away and we needed to win. And Blackburn Rovers were playing at Anfield and we needed Liverpool to beat them.
And Liverpool, I think, beat Blackburn, but Manchester United couldn't beat West Ham, and Blackburn won the Premier League title.
Liverpool can't stand Manchester United. Kenny Dalglish was a Liverpool legend in charge of Blackburn. Liverpool beat Blackburn. And then Man United drew with West Ham and Blackburn still won the league. So it can happen in the most inexplicable and extraordinary circumstances. It could be that happened.
Yeah, I think they drew West Ham. I forgot. Did I say that? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I remember in 1995. I know Blackburn won. I know they lost the last game, but Manchester United could not beat West Ham.
It probably won't, but we'll have to wait and see on Tuesday. I would hope that Spurs would go and get a result, but I think Man City have gone and got into their rhythm now, haven't they? But on the course of the season, as I said, I don't think Arsenal can do any more. It's funny with Arsenal because I think their defence has probably come out and been the real star of the show. And it's been the reason that they've been able to get wins in games where they maybe not been firing as an attacking unit. And yeah, I think that, look, I'm going to say it. I think they deserve the league. I think they deserve to win the league. I think,
when you say deserve to win the league, I don't know that anybody actually deserves to win the league. Maybe based on the season, but you have to earn it. Okay, whether you deserve it, that's another question. But earning, I think you have to earn the league. That's what I think you need to do.
I think we as football fans deserve Arsenal to win the league for a bit of integrity. And that's not talking about 1-1-5s or anything. Just like Man City winning 4 in a row and 6 out of 7. There has been leagues where, like last year, Man City totally deserved to win it. I think this year, it's going to be, 2 points gap between Arsenal and Man City if Man City win it. And, well, straight away, should have been a penalty on McAllister. That's a point off them. And Arsenal should have got a point at Newcastle because it wasn't a foul on Gabriel either. So it's what I'm saying is it's so close between Arsenal and Man City that if Man City win it, what do we really learn? I think it'd be better for Arsenal to win it. But yeah, I still think Man City are going to do it. I really do. I think that,
again, Manchester City do not have a great record at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That is a bogey place for them. Okay, so much like Old Trafford's a bogey place for Arsenal. Look, Arsenal dominated Manchester United last season and lost at Old Trafford 3-1. And Martinelli scored a goal that was disallowed incorrectly by VAR. So, keep in mind whether you deserve to win the league or not. That's a matter of opinion. But I think you have to earn it and not deserve it. You have to earn
it. They're just so well bred and they're almost robotic in their win ratio in the final few games of the season. So, yeah, I think that's the way it'll go. As for Man United and Arsenal, look, Arsenal, get me comments in. I don't know what Arsenal did wrong today. I don't know why they needed to win. And if it wasn't for Casemiro fucking up, where was the goal going to come from Arsenal? There was a few chances in the second half, to be fair, and Arna made a couple of good saves. But I don't think they were saves you wouldn't expect him to make. I just think Arsenal were not at it today, and they'll be very, very happy with the result.
Look, Casemiro did not pull up on the offside trap. That left Havertz onside when he got the ball from Ben White. I think it was Ben White who made the pass. Havertz hit the ball across to Trossard who put the ball in. It was a well-taken goal, a very well-taken goal by Arsenal, and really that's all they needed because Manchester United were very toothless up front. And Garnacho had a wonderful opportunity in the 60th minute where I think in my previous video he said he got by Ben White and Saliba, but in fact it was Saka. Had them both going the wrong way, and then just put a weak shot that it was about that Real didn't have to worry about.
But look, it's all about the title now, is it? Which way is it going to go? Get your comments in below. Smash a like on the video.
All right, this is That's Football with Mark Goldbridge. Please click like, share, and subscribe for him. Like, share, and subscribe for me. Thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your day.